Hello, my name is Milagros Garcia and I'm a senior executive unit leader with Avon. And as I promised you, I'm doing a series of videos on how to get to SEUL. And I'm doing different short videos so you can start working on that activity for that week. So last week we talked about the building and developing, and the developing stages. So if you are on the building stage and you're bringing in new team members, this video is going to help you, because now we're going to go from building to building and developing. I want you to work on this for this week, okay? If you have the commitment from your team member, the one you are recruiting, you're bringing into your team on your first generation, if you have their commitment, you talk to them, they said that they want to make $100,000 or more a year, they love their Avon and they use the products and they're loving the business, that's the person that gave you a commitment. A lot of the representatives get started and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to start. You don't know what to tell them. And, even though you tell them, do this, and, you teach them how to sell, you take them with you to the events, when they are by themselves, they cannot find a way to duplicate what you're teaching them. So I'm going to tell you what worked for me. And this is going to work for you and your team. You just have to make sure that whatever you do, you stick to the plan. We are going to work on incentives this week, okay? If a team member answers you and says, okay, I'm stuck, what do I do? And then you have gone out prospecting, you have gone out selling with them, they know how you work, they have partnered with you, but they're just not doing it. Work on explaining to them how to stick and work the incentives. Why incentives? Because incentives keep you focused. It's like they put a blinder so you don't look in any other way but looking forward. It helps you set up a plan so that you can earn that incentive. We had the Keurig, and we earned the Keurig. We had the iPad mini and iPad Air, and we earned the iPad Air. And now we're going for the 46-inch color TV and the popcorn maker. So we are earning the incentives. And that's important. As a leader, if you are working with your team and you're telling them how they need to work the incentives, how important they are, then you should earn them too. Try it. Okay, so incentives keep you focused, because right now we are working on a plan of earning the 46-inch color TV, so we need 10 representatives. And what do? We work to get those 10 representatives. In the meantime, we're getting sales and we're getting new representatives. Some of them work and some of them do not work. So if you are bringing in team members and they're not, they're not qualifying for your TV, guess what? You have to bring in more. And that is important, that you show your team member, you let them know, listen, you can't just bring a few team members and stop. You have to continue to meet your goal. And how do we do that? They must set up a schedule. The schedule that worked for me was from 10 in the morning and I was back at 2 o'clock or 2:30 in the afternoon. And our events are from 10 to 2, so we do 4-hour events still to this day, because we pick up our son at 3 p.m. and then we do follow-up calls. I do follow-up calls after the events, so I'm here and I don't do any afternoon appointments. I just do the follow-up and do the office work and catch up with my household chores. So it's not how hard you work and how many hours you work, it's how consistent you are. So if you're going to set up a schedule from Monday through Friday, just know that you must do the field time from Monday through Friday from 10 till 2 or up to the time where you need to be back home. So incentives. Number one, they keep you focused because you are excited, you want to get to it, it puts the blinders on, you don't want to hear anybody, you're just going forward because you're going to get to that incentive. Number two, just like I talked to you about, we are setting the goal, we're setting the example for our leaders, because if I don't earn any of the incentives, how can I tell my leader that they need to go for the incentive? For me, I will feel ashamed. So I earn them and I do them. Sometimes it's difficult because of all the responsibilities I have with my team. However, I set time to work for myself. And when I'm out in the field with my team, all the recruits go to them, all of them. I don't keep any recruits for me. If they're there with me, they're getting all the recruits. The recruits that go for me is when they're not there, when I'm working for me. So don't go to an event competing with your team to earn that TV. Go to the event to teach them how they can earn the TV and work another event for your own, your own numbers. So right now, we have the 46-inch color TV. Stay focused and don't give up. Do it until the end of campaign 7. Go to other areas, work other RPSs. Don't let go of this opportunity because it's, number one, it's gonna keep your excitement. Number two, it's gonna set the example for your team. And the number three and most important one, incentives teach you a behavior that will focus on that area of that incentive. For example, they did the popcorn maker with the 46-inch color TV, and everybody's competing, including the seniors. So when we are in leadership, we just want to be able to help all our team members by helping them, giving them all the leads, all the recruits. And you know what? We're not growing our first generation. So it has forced us to also work on our first generation, on bringing in our own team members. And why is that important? That's important because we need new people, new representatives, new excitement all the time. By building new leaders, by bringing in new business, it's important for us to have that too. So Avon is teaching us top leaders to continue to work on our business. That's the behavior on our first generation by bringing in new team members. And for the new leaders, they are increasing their first generation so that they can find also new excited new leaders and new team members, new sellers. And us as top leaders and the ones that are in the building or the building and developing stage, you can use that incentive to say, hey, could you use 46-inch color TV? You know that Avon is doing this incentive. So they're going to get excited. And that is how you develop. That's how you go from building to building and developing. So this week, we are going to work on incentives. We are going to call everyone from our first generation. Remember, you must show them the money, the incentive and the money. Ask for their commitment. Ask them, how would you like to build a business that will change your life and give you over $100,000 a year in earnings or more. So always show them the money. The reason why I'm here is because I saw an $8,000 check of a person I didn't even know. And when I was able to, I see this person now because I'm a senior. And, you know, every time I'm next to her, I get nervous because she's my idol. She's my inspiration. So we all have superstars in this business. I have my superstar. And, you know, just do it. Believe in yourself. Work on incentives. Your numbers will get there. Just set up your schedule. Teach your team. Develop that behavior so when you move on to another incentive, you move on to a new behavior. And that's how I got here, working on incentives. I really focus on incentives. I teach my team on focusing on incentives. And, you know, it really has been a great experience and excitement earning all these incentives. So remember, if you don't know how to get started, if you don't know how to get your team member started, if it's stuck, just tell him or her, work on the next incentive. You're stuck, let's earn that 46-inch color TV. I bet you that if you go out and you do an event, you can bring in 10 or more new team members that day. Okay, watch my videos. This is the topic for this week. I promised a video every week. So this video is about the incentives and developing the right behavior so that you can move forward and learn the business. Don't get stuck. Get out there with your schedule like if you had a full-time job. So I hope this helps you. I don't know how I can say it in other words. This is what worked for me and what continues to work for me. So practice, learn and practice, and you will get better. So thank you, and I hope this helps you. And this week, work on incentives and teaching your team how to get to all the incentives. Have a great day. Thank you.